Day 547, 22 for 22. Good morning. I hope this finds you well. Please stay in your fight and do not quit. All right, so talking about anger today. So I've seen a lot of it lately, to include my own. I'm not going to go into details for what's going on for anybody, but anger is a big part of PTSD. Anger is a big part of 22. Anger is a big part of life in many respects. You get angry when things are not going your way. You get angry when people treat you wrong. You get angry when you see people being treated wrong. You get angry when your country is attacked. You get angry when your kids are being bullied. Anger is a big part of life. Now, we want to try to mitigate that anger and make sure it doesn't become a driving force in our life. I'd like to think I'm a pleasant kind of guy. I try to be, but I can only deal with so much before my anger does come out. And that's a common thing across the board in life, but it comes out, I think, a lot quicker and a lot more direct in the veteran community. Most of us are type A. Some of us dial it back. Some of us don't. But anger can come from many places. It can come from self-hate, self-hate and loathing. It can come from external sources. For the longest time, I hated life, and I was angry at it. And while I maintained a professional demeanor when I was at work, I was a pissy son of a gun when I was not working. Not always the easiest to deal with. When we watch our world crash down around us, it's not very easy to stay calm and not angry. And I do not, how do I want to say this? I understand being angry, and I do not give anybody any grief for being angry. But it comes down to, if you're dealing with people, you have to try, and it doesn't always succeed, and it happens, but you have to try to look at it from an objective point of view when you're dealing with somebody that's angry. But the thing is if you're angry already and you're trying to deal objectively with somebody that's pushing buttons, that anger is going to come out, and there's not much that can be done to stop it. And sometimes it is necessary to be able to, quote, fight fire with fire. You can say all you want that you will be different than somebody else, but as it can be seen, there are times when the person that says, "Oh well, I do it different," doesn't do it any different. They think they are, but they're not. And that is human nature. It's hypocritical, and we're all guilty of that sometimes. But we got to find a way to mitigate the anger in us, and that's not always the easiest thing to do. Like I said, I try to maintain a pretty smooth demeanor. Being all strung out and being angry, that's not good for my heart, so I try not to do that, and I try to look at everything logically. It doesn't always work. My patience gets tested daily. I have 5 kids, 4 of them which are currently here, and that and they're a force of nature when they get going. And I yell at them, but I try really hard to never actually get angry. Doesn't always work, just because I'm human. I fall short of the glory of God. If you believe in that sort of thing, which I do. I'm also just I'm not a perfect human. I was not designed with the calm switch to trip every time I get mad. Only trips most of the time. But anger is a big part of PTSD because we don't understand why the hell this happened to us. And then when our pillars start crumbling, stability starts going away, anger comes busting through, and that's all you see. And like I said, that's fine. That's the way. That's human nature. That's the way things are going to be. But from external sources, you cannot expect to be angry and not get some anger in return if you're pushing it. And this is just in general life, period. It's kind of like going into a McDonald's and being nasty when you order, and they're nasty back. They give you standard McDonald's food, but you're pissed off about it because it didn't come out the way you thought it should, and then you go back pissy again, and then you end up on a YouTube video because you fought the clerk at McDonald's, the cashier at McDonald's. So I'm just saying that anger is a big part of it, but we have to learn how to mitigate it to make sure it doesn't get in the way of recovery and taking care of ourselves and the others around us. Morning. There's my Mary. How you doing, kid? Beautiful. You got a dirty face, though. Yeah? Right there, dirty. All right. But yeah, anger sucks. And it's going to be there. And we have to do something within ourselves somehow, some way, to get it under control and use it constructively to build instead of to destroy. And that's all I got for today. Time for some push-ups. Can you do some push-ups with me? Yeah, what the heck is that? It is a dead bug now.
What was there?
A bug. You gonna do some push-ups?
What bug?
I don't know. I didn't know his name, kid. Alright, you gonna do some push-ups with me? Alright, let's go.
Today I had to wear green and
make sure your hands are straight, just like that. And then lean forward so your body is over your arms. There you go. Now you can do it. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I did this in mathematics.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Keep going. 15, 16, 17, 18,
This.
19, 20, 21, 22. Good job. 1 for the airborne ranger in the sky. 1 for the infantry. 1 for the fallen. Good job. Are you stretching or you want up? Up?
Up. That was fun.
All right, so selfish plug, YouTube, that _ push up _ guy tough. Twitter at guy push up. Reddit, cool. Reddit at that push up guy. Instagram, that push up guy. Facebook, my page, Jim Tough, and 27 other Facebook groups. Still having some issues putting them in groups. If I mass load, messes it up. So I got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
But anyway, share the video if you can. I'd appreciate it. You know more. Your friends group is bigger than mine, and more varied. So if you would, please share. Bottom line, if you need help, seek help. Get it from friends, family, professionals. There is absolutely zero shame in getting the help that you need to make sure that you're here. Do not use suicide as a permanent solution to a temporary or permanent problem. You got this. We'll see you here tomorrow. Ready, Mary?
I can see the
Ready, Mary?
inside.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Tough out. You okay?